Ready, set, go!
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm on the Skybus headed towards Terminal 1 of Melbourne Airport, which is Qantas's domestic terminal. So today our journey should take approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes, which is typical for a flight from Melbourne to Sydney. So today we're flying on QF490 from Melbourne to Sydney. So our planned departure time is at 7:15 PM, however today we're delayed until 8:05 due to high winds in Sydney, which means that they are only using runway 25 for departures and arrivals, meaning the amount of traffic into Sydney is essentially halved. Alright, so I'm here at bag drop, relatively simple, just got to scan my boarding pass, which I checked in online, and since I've got the Q bag tag with the NFC chip, my bag gets sent along its way pretty easily. So this is our plane for today. A 16-year-old A330-200 delivered brand new to Qantas in 2009, Victor Hotel, Echo Bravo Oscar, nickname Kimberly. So we started our boarding at 7:45, around 50 minutes later than scheduled. Thank you. Alright, welcome aboard Qantas A330-200 domestic configuration. So there are 28 seats in business class in a 1-to-1 configuration. These are using the Thomson Vantage XL seats, and also 243 economy seats in a 2-4-2 configuration. Alright, welcome to my seat 49A. On your right you have a USB charger. In the center you have a rather old IFE screen. Below you have a tray table which slides back and forth as follows. Underneath your tray table, you have a little storage pouch which includes the safety information, along with the Qantas magazine and a little bag for rubbish. Seat pitch is pretty good, with Qantas quoting 31 inches of seat pitch in economy class. And below you is a universal power outlet, and above you are personal air vents and reading lights. There is also an adjustable headrest, which does not slide up and down, but is pretty comfortable. The crew came around shortly to hand out these nice little economy headphones.
You can undo your seatbelt by pressing the button or lifting the flap. Keep it done up low and tight during takeoff, landing, and whenever the seatbelts
are in the overhead locker or under the seat in front of you.
Your aircraft is fitted with escape slides and life rafts, which the crew will operate in an emergency. If you need to evacuate, leave all items behind. Slide, leaning forward with your hands on your knees.
Smoking isn't allowed on Qantas flights.
So around 20 minutes after takeoff, the cabin crew started offering their evening cocktail service. Being a typical Qantas 1-hour domestic flight, we were offered a choice of drink including soft drinks and alcohol, and also cheese and crackers. As you can see, I went for a Coca-Cola. The cheese and crackers were quite nice, however I wish the portions were a bit bigger. The drink was fine, and was served in a little Qantas paper cup. Alright, let's quickly talk a bit about the in-flight entertainment on board today. As you can see, this is one of Qantas's older IFE screens. This is definitely good enough for a 1 hour flight, but for a longer flight, which this plane might do, the IFE screen is a bit outdated. On board you have a good selection of movies, TV shows and music, and also Qantas offers free Wi-Fi whilst flying on Australian domestic flights. Overall, definitely more than enough for a 1 hour flight. So soon enough we started commencing our descent back into Sydney International Airport. So let's conclude this trip right here, right now. Today I flew from Melbourne to Sydney on Qantas's A330-200 domestic product. Initially we were hit with a 50-minute delay back into Sydney, however the ground staff communicated this rather well and there weren't any further delays when we departed. So let's talk about the hard product itself. Qantas's economy class on the A330-200 domestic configuration includes economy seats in a 242 configuration, which is really nice when you're traveling solo as you only have one seat neighbor, especially if you're in the window seat. In addition to that, they are more comfortable than the 737s and the A321 XLRs as they offer 1 inch more seat pitch of 31 inches rather than 30. The seat itself is rather comfortable. The food on board is like any other typical Qantas domestic flight, rather simple, they just serve you a snack and a drink. The cabin crew were very nice and attentive. The in-flight entertainment is more than enough for what you need on a short domestic flight. Overall, a solid flight on Qantas's domestic A330. Please enjoy the landing and see you next time. Bye bye.